How is it going, guys? This is Fierce, and welcome back to Spark Tutorials. This is gonna be Spark tutorial number 7, and then in this we will be learning how to create a game. What character are you? And specifically, I will be choosing between characters of Marvel heroes because I like that movie, and they're just like my favorite movie over time, especially how Marvel combined all the characters in the latest movies, the Avengers. So this is the map, and this is how the final product gonna look like. So this is simulation, and it asks a question: what Marvel character are you? So once you click that, it will go ahead and spins, and now I'm this character. Let's reset it, play the game, and I'm back to this character for some reason. But we'll go and play around and see. So uh, this is how the map is going to look like. We have face tracker. We have two canvas. One of them is question, the other one is the answer. So the question is one with the one map with the one image, and then the answer will be a map that will have animated sequence of several images of all characters. Then we have patch editor. In this tutorial, you will be learning how to actually do coding, but not specifically code, but you will be doing it on graphic user interface. It's like similar to drag and drop. So that is possible to do coding with drag and drops. And this is the fun way. So it has a screen tab. When you click the screen, it will go and switch and play the sequence. And this is the specification that you will be learning eventually. So let's go ahead and start the project. New project. And let's go back here. Here we go. As I mentioned, like we're going to be creating face tracker, adding a face track to the face, name it. I just don't like the zeros when it creates the naming. And we will be adding a to plane. But for now, I have this plane. Stop the character simulator and try to move it right above the head. So that's where we want to have our image displayed. Then what else? Let's from here, this button, you will go ahead and add animation sequence. This is where we'll be adding our animated images. So in here, you will go ahead and choose images, right? Let's go and find our texture. So now I have this. So this is the Marvel question image, and this is the characters that I want to add there. So I will not include the Marvel question. I'll just include the characters. That will be the answer, right? So go ahead and click that. I selected it. So it should work, hopefully. It's loading for some reason. And right now, I don't know why it's loading so long. Okay, I think so it automatically went ahead and added a texture. So let's go ahead and click on plane. Make sure to add materials. So you'll go in and materials. On material section, you will need to go and find added texture. And instead of adding an image, we'll be adding the sequence right here. As you can see now, it's just when it goes automatically and rotates and keeps changing, which is kind of annoying for now. That's why I want to kind of pause it for a second. Next thing, we need to make sure to add the second plane, which will be the question. So I'll just make sure I will just go and right copy paste that basically. Maybe not copy paste it, but just like add another plane and add another plane. Let's make sure to rename it. So that will be the question, right? The first one was the answer. And in the question, we will make sure to add another material, create new material. In the new material that we just added, we will be adding the image that question image. So that's a specific one. So in the future, I will make sure to leave a link with my images or other things, so you can like go ahead and play around and create from the scratch on your own. I need to make sure I need to drag this right behind the answer. Like these two canvas have to stay behind next to each other. I mean, like one of them is in front, the other one is in behind. So when we click, eventually it will display accordingly. And as I mentioned earlier, I also will be leaving the link with the stuff. But if you want to change the images, you can go and find on Google a bunch of GIFs or be creative and do other projects similar to that. So for now, we are kind of done with manipulation of and adding assets. Next section, we will be creating so we will be actually learning how to, so like I need to click the patch editor. This is where we are actually doing the coding part on the second part, like this part. So let's go back, and so we need to make sure to add screen type, screen tab. So on patch editor, you will right click and look for screen tab. So there will be other choices, but we will not go ahead and do them, but we'll be specifically choosing the screen tab. We add the screen tab, and from screen tab, we'll just click this arrow and drag it right here, and then look for a switch. So we added the switch. The next thing we will have to go and click on answer, and on answer section, on answer, you will go ahead up on the right corner. You will need to click this arrow, and this will appear. And then you will need to connect this part with that. Then another thing, you will just right click again and search for nut and connect this to nut. And we will go ahead and click the question. Also back, make sure to click the visible. Actually, just delete both of those, and in this case the answer has to be visible, right? And then the question has to be unvisible. Yeah, forgot to mention that. So do it again with the visible, and then question is unvisible, and then you will connect that to question and this to answer. So hopefully now it should work. And if we go to simulator, we should be able to see the change on click. So another thing I want to show you, if you see the 3 lines, you need to click that and simulate a touch. That will make sure you're actually having a like a finger touch if this happened to be a phone. So now we have a finger touch, and then let's click that. Okay. As you can see, this triggers it. And on every click, they switch between each other. This will happen with the help of switch, which is being triggered by screen tap. So this part is done. Cool, cool. Good job, guys. We're like almost halfway, even like 80% done. So let's go ahead and finish the 20% that is left. And we're doing so well so far. So let's make sure so the character move keeps changing, and we will need to right click on the patch editor and find runtime. Runtime? Click on the runtime. In order to find what this actually does, each function, you can right click on each item, right, and actually search for patch info. So patch info, this part says track the number of the seconds that have elapsed since the effect started to run. So it will make sure the running will be going through. And then on runtime, let's go and click and search for offset. And on offset, it has it will accept two values. One, the value, the second is reset. And we will need to make sure the switch, the screen tap, will reset each time. And then connect that. And then runtime needs to be connected to value. Good. And if I start playing it, see, this will start actually going, the numbers start increasing. But for now, I will just stop it. So, and let's make right click again and type less than. So it's like we're kind of doing the if-else statement. If you guys have taken any programming classes, that's what we're doing here. And this time we'll be connected to this. And we will need to make sure to add loop animation. There's a loop animation. Connect loop animation to enable, right? And also we will type random, and the random should be connected to randomize, I think, and then it will have to be connected. Next thing, it has to be connected to round. So this will make sure to, because the numbers will be like increasing and it can stop anytime, and the number can be like 5 point something. This function will just randomize, round, and then provide the final answer in the in a number. So let's click to our animation sequence, and under advanced, we will need to click current frame, and this will give us this yellow function, and then this should be connected to our round, and then this is the final step so far. And finger crossed, I hope this works, and see what we actually have. Okay, another thing what I wanted to do, let's make our actually let's check. No, why it's not working? Interesting. Let's restart it. Okay. I think it will be, let's change to 7. Interesting. What's the issue? Let's go into, yeah, this was actually 0, and basically meaning it will not, this stopped, without even starting. So this should be depending on your own choice. So I want my character to be changing for 4 seconds before it actually stops. So let's start it and check it out. Okay, sweet. This actually is working. Awesome. Here we go. We have our Iron Man displayed. Sounds awesome. Here we go again. And this is Spider-Man. I love this movie. Cool, guys. If you have any questions, or please let me know. You can reach out or leave a comment. And see you next tutorial. Thank you.